Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited for today's video. It is going to be my March update for my whole collection project pan. I did just film my Pan Those Eyeshadows update, which will be going up after this video, but I was too lazy to even like change my shirt. Thought about changing my lip, but I really didn't change anything. So if you're noticing, I look repeated in my makeup looks, whole outfits. I'm batch filming today. So I'm very excited to be sharing my progress for my whole collection project pan. I do have a goal hit today, which means we will be rolling in another product. If you guys are new to the whole collection project pan, it was created by Becky Loves Kanga, who will be linked down below. And I was heavily inspired to do this by my friend Emily from Emily and Max. You guys know I talk about her all the time, but she will be linked down below as well. Go check everybody out. Search the hashtag whole collection project pan. There are so many people currently participating in this project, and I personally love to just like take a bath at night with my glass of wine and then binge watch whole collection project pan videos, because honestly, like, what is better than that? And make sure to add a bath bomb to that. Anyway, you guys, if you're interested in seeing the progress on the products I've been working on in my whole collection project pan, stay tuned. First, if you've yet to subscribe to my channel and you like project panning content or just chit-chatting about makeup, I would love if you'd consider subscribing before moving on. And other than that, let's jump into the video. It's funny, I was going to film this video a couple days earlier because I had the time, and then I was like, nope, I'm gonna push it until literally the day before because I can make better progress on some of my like usage goal products. And then I didn't do my makeup the last couple of days. Now I did do my makeup 22 times in the month of February to kind of give you an idea for how frequently I was doing my makeup. I was really happy with how frequently I did my makeup in February, but I do only have one product that I'll be rolling out today, but I am really excited about my progress on some of the other products. So let me stop rambling and let's get into it. I'm just gonna go in the order that I rolled these products into this project. I forgot to mention, if you're new to this project, everything in my makeup collection is itemized on an Excel spreadsheet, and I randomly generate 10 products to work on at any given time. This is rolling style. And there's a video refresh at the end of June. This project I'm going to wrap up and complete on December 5th. I usually post my updates on the 5th, so I hope that's all the information. There'll be stuff in the description box down below if you want to know more. All right, so let's start with my Patrick Ta Blush Duo. Ironically, this was a product that was rolled in at the beginning of my 2021 project pan, and then it got rolled in the introduction of my 2022 project pan, and I'm currently working on the powder shade. I will post pictures over to the side here, so maybe I'll scoot over a little bit. This weighed 88 grams at the introduction, 88 grams last update, still weighs 88 grams today. I gave myself a goal of reaching for this 20 times. I reached for it 2 times in January and reached for it an additional 2 times in February. I am a little bit disappointed in that progress. I would have liked to have reached for it at least 5 times, but I'm seeing my whole like March aesthetic for makeup come together, and I'm thinking of doing a lot of just like bronzy neutral looks like I am today. I do have this on my cheeks today, so my goal is to reach for this, I'm gonna say at least 6 times to get me to 10 uses by the next update, because I'm currently at 4 uses out of 20. I would like to use this at least 6 times in the month of March. So that will be my goal there. Next up, I rolled in my Dior Forever Skin Glow Foundation, and I was actually really excited to roll this in. This is one of my favorite foundations in my entire foundation collection, but it's one of those products that, because it is pricier and because I just like love it so much, for some reason I feel like I have to reserve it for special occasions, so I don't use it that often. Now when I rolled this in, this weighed 133 grams. It weighed 133 grams last update because I really did not reach for this at all in January. But today it's weighing 131 grams, and I was able to make a new line marking. So as you can see, I had just over half of this product left when I rolled this in, and now I am, I would say, about to the like actual halfway point, maybe just like a little bit more than halfway. This is definitely a shade that works better for me when I am self-tan, but I know because this is in this project and it's giving me that motivation to reach for this, I'm gonna use this so frequently in the spring, summer. So my goal is to reach for this, I would say, at least 5 times in March, but I know I'm gonna get a ton of use out of this, like April, May, June, etc. And my goal is to finish this off. They just announced the Sephora VIB spring sale. I will not have this finished by then, but this is something that I would repurchase again Like, this is a foundation I always want to have in my collection. So it's like one of those that's like, you don't want to finish it up because when you finish it, you know, you replace it. But also this is getting older in my collection, so I do just need to finish it up. And I'm rambling about nothing at this point. All right, next up I have my Hourglass Ghost Quad, which was ironically a part of my project last year as well. So this year I randomly rolled in this shade right here, which is in the shade Infinite Flush. It's a really beautiful shade. I reached for this a total of 4 times in the month of February. I had reached for it 2 times in January, putting me at 6 total uses. And I am really excited that I did see some change in the weight of this product. So it weighed 118 grams at the introduction, 118 grams last update, and weighs 117 grams today, which I am super excited about. I feel like when I show you the pictures, it's gonna look like nothing's changed. I used this shade last year over 50 times, and it's still like, it maybe looks a little bit flatter than the rest of them, but still barely looks used at all. So this is another one that I have a 20 use goal on. My goal will be to reach for this a minimum of 5 times by the next update. Next up is the product that I have reached my goal on, and that is my Sugar Pill Fun Size Mini Color Palette. And I gave myself a goal of reaching for or using each of these shades at least 1 time. I think I have a picture over here of me. So last update I had reached for these 3 shades, so I needed to reach for the outer perimeter here. And I did use this palette 2 additional times throughout the month of February. One of the times that I did a really neon pink look, I used both of these 2 shades. And then I'll post a picture over here if I have it. I just posted my March palette stash, and I have the look in that video where I use the green, blue, and purple. And I had so much fun using this palette to create that look. I even like topped a little bit of this shade in, even though I didn't feel like it necessarily made sense, just to get that use on that shade so I could roll this out. This is a palette that I love having in my collection. I think it's just such a fun, cute little mini palette, even though these are like vibrant pastels in my opinion, and I think they're just honestly like so much fun. I love the looks that I created. I did take palettes out of my spreadsheet, so I'm not so bombarded and overwhelmed with palettes, but I do still have my single collection itemized in my spreadsheet, just as a side note. But we'll be rolling this out and rolling a new product in at the end of the video to replace this. Next up, I have this MAC lipstick in the shade Lustering. I gave myself a goal of reaching for this a total of 10 times. There's still quite a bit of product left in this, and you'll see when I show you my line markings that there was some visible like movement. I also feel like my daughter reached for this a couple of times when we were playing like makeup salon. It is a really creamy sort of like satin sort of finish, or I feel like it's the lustering finish, or is it called lustering? I honestly don't know. It's the luster finish in the shade Lustering. It's a really beautiful mid-tone pink shade. It's not like my everyday pink shade, and to be honest with you, I could see myself potentially decluttering this just because I just have other shades that I'd rather reach for over this type of shade. But I did reach for this 1 time only in the month of February, which February would have been a good month to reach for a pink shade like this. I'd reached for this 2 times in January, putting me at 3 out of 10 uses. I would like to give myself a goal of reaching for this at least 3 more times in the month of March, even though I feel like this isn't necessarily like the vibe for March, but 3 additional uses I would be happy with. This weighed 17 grams at the introduction, 17 grams last update, but does weigh 16 grams today, so there was some weight change in this as well. Next up, we have this Dose of Colors liquid lipstick. Dose of Colors liquid lipsticks are my favorite, but I had not been reaching for liquid lipstick the last couple of years, but I'm not gonna lie, I've been like wanting to reach for my liquid lipsticks. I'm like embarrassed, I've been wanting to reach for my liquid lipsticks. What is wrong with me? I gave myself a goal of reaching for this 5 times just because it is a very bright red shade, although I do want to reach for this in the summer, like a lot. Like, I did not give this the love that it deserved, or have not given this the love it has deserved within my collection. This is in the shade Bittersweet. It's swatched right here. I recently wore this in a video, my makeup rehab video, and I loved the way that it looked with just a neutral like rest of my face. I reached for this one time in the month of February, as well as 1 time in the month of January, so we're at 2 out of 5 uses. My goal is to reach for this the full 3 more times. Like, let's just knock it out, Steph. Let's knock it out. get it out of the way in the month of March, but then this is something that I want to pull into a shop my stash this summer because I'm feeling the like vibe of this, you know, like I'm thinking of just like 4th of July. Yep. Next up, I have my little Fenty Gloss Bomb in the shade Sweet Mouth. I was really excited that I rolled in a Fenty Gloss Bomb because I had been cycling through my Fenty Gloss Bomb collection last year in my Partners in Cream project pan, and this year I decided to go the Buxom lip gloss route within that project. So I was excited that I got to work on Fenty Gloss Bomb yet in a different project. So this is the shade Sweet Mouth. It is on my lips over top of an e.l.f. lipstick we're gonna get into, and I absolutely adore the shade. It's like my favorite Fenty Gloss Bomb shade. I'll swatch it on my hand as well. I feel like there it is, swatched right there. Some of the Fenty Gloss Bombs have a thicker, more gritty, like glitter shine to it. This one is like a more smooth, just like pearlized, just like really finely milled / pearlized lip gloss finish. I love this shade. I think this is sold in a full size, and I 100% when I get through other gloss bombs in my collection and other lip products would repurchase this. I think I'm getting to the point where I can take the stopper out of this. Every time I've taken the stopper out of a Fenty Gloss Bomb, it's been difficult, but I've been successful, with the exception of my last gloss bomb, which was the Ruby Milk shade, and it was such a disaster and such a mess, so I'm like kind of nervous. But I should be taking the stopper out of this in the next couple of days, and I'm hoping to have this complete, if not the next update, the update after that. That weighed 24 grams in the introduction, 24 grams last update, but 23 grams today. I'm also working on another lip gloss. This is from Dominique Cosmetics. This is the Lemonade Lip Gloss in the shade Peach Tea. I don't believe that they sell this gloss formula anymore, which is a shame because I do actually really enjoy this gloss. It doesn't have any sort of shimmer to it, but it has a little bit of opacity without being too much. It just kind of adds this like apricot peachy shine to the lips. It's not too sticky, and it's really beautiful for like more of like a neutral, like you want your lips to look like glossy, like juicy, but like not like shimmery glossy, just like a healthy juicy lip, but not like bam in your face lip. I have the vibe, and I feel like I keep saying the word vibe, like what is going on today? Anyway, I feel like I have like the makeup aesthetic vibe in my mind with this, like a tinted moisturizer and like a little bit of a bronze with like a one shadow and done, and then just this, and you're like in like just like your basic jeans and like a white tee, but then it's just like off-duty model. So why am I describing this? It doesn't even matter. What the point of this is I used this quite frequently this last month, so I was able to do a pretty significant change in my line marking. I was here when I rolled this in. Last update I had barely used this, but I used this a ton, and now I see disturbance in this, and I marked it right about here, or that's where I see like windowing in this when I'm not like actively using it. There was no weight change in this though. This weighed 28 grams at the introduction and still weighs 28 grams. I do feel like I have to dip in a couple of times in order to get enough product to coat my lips how I would like. And this is something I reapply frequently throughout the day on days that I do wear this, just because I enjoy it so much. So hoping to have this done in the next couple of months. Next up, I am working on the shade, oh, someone told me how to pronounce this in the comments, Sparkling Pesh? Pesh. I hope I'm getting that right. I'm working on this shade right here. I already had a pan in this face palette, and my goal by the end of the year is to have pan in all 3 of these. I feel like I use this so frequently, but then I feel like when I look at the pictures, like I don't feel like it looks that different. Although I will say the pans in this are really shallow, so I could see myself hitting pan in this by the next update, especially as I'm looking and comparing it to the pink one. I remember when I was trying to pan this shade, it was like I was not expecting to hit pan at all because I didn't realize how shallow the pans were, and then one day I just like hit pan and was like, oh, okay. So I'm hoping maybe by the next update, if I continue to use this as frequently as I have been, I will hit pan in this. It is a more crumbly formula, so I go through it a little bit quicker than I would some other highlighting formulas, and I do really like all 3 of the shades in this palette, so I don't struggle to reach for this one. This weighed 94 grams at the introduction. It still weighs 94 grams today, so no weight change on that. And then the 10th and final product that I'm working on is the other lip product currently on my lips. It is the e.l.f. What do they call this? the Seriously Satin lipstick in the shade Cream, and it is a really pale shade, but I love this shade. I love a pale lip. There's something that I just absolutely adore about a pale lip. Even though sometimes I'll like look back on like pictures or videos and be like, girlfriend, you look so washed out. Why did you think that was a cute look? And then I keep being like, no, but I love it. I also love if something's like a little bit deeper than I prefer, I'll pop this on top and it just kind of like tones it down a little bit. So I gave myself the goal of only reaching for this 10 times. I didn't want to commit to fully using up a lipstick. I'm gonna reach for this 3 times this past month. This is something I rolled in last update. So I reached for this 3 out of the 10 times. I would say my goal with this would be to reach for it an additional 3 times. I know I've been giving myself quite a few lip product goals as I am working on quite a few lip products within this project. So 3 times that I would be happy. That would put us at 6 out of the 10 uses, but currently we are only out of 3. But currently we only have 3 out of those 10 uses. This weighed 10 grams at the introduction and still weighs 10 grams today. But when I post pictures of the line markings, you will see there was some movement in the actual product, which I'm excited about. So I'll continue to get some use on that. But those are my updates on the 10 products. We do need to roll in a new product to replace the Sugar Pill Bite Size palette. So let's do that right now. So I do actually have my spreadsheet updated with all my new products, which I'm so proud of myself for. Because normally I feel like in the past, I only update my spreadsheet like a handful of times throughout the year and it's just never like up to date. Now there might still be some products that I like emptied out or decluttered that are still in my list that I need to like filter out, but at least it has every product in my collection listed plus potentially some extras. So I currently have 692 eligible products. Like I said, I took out my eyeshadow palettes, but I did keep my single shadows listed in my spreadsheet, and we are just going to randomly generate one number, and we get number 150. I'm nervous. 150 is Huda Tantour. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my. Okay, that's a cream bronzer, but it's like a more full coverage cream bronzer. But this will be good. I do love this product, so I'm gonna go grab that and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back with my Huda Beauty Tantour in the shade Fair. So this is what mine looks like. It has like a bit of a dip in the center there. I was really into this when I first got it, and then last year I feel like I purchased so many like cream slash liquid bronzers that this kind of got pushed to the wayside. So this is like more of like a full coverage-ish cream product. Like it's just a little bit more pigmented than some of my other cream bronzers. So there it is swatched right there. What I do like about this is that it is a little bit more neutral, so it's not like a super orange or super red toned cream bronzer that's going to just always pull so warm. So I feel like I could get some good use out of this, which I need to. This will be good, but what kind of goal do I want to set for myself? Like, do I want to try and hit pan in the center? Like, what do we think the pan looks like here? Do I want to do a usage goal? Maybe I could do a usage goal and then see where we're at, because the more bronzers I hit pan on this year, the more bronzers I can purchase. So maybe I want to hit pan. You guys, I truly can't decide. I feel like if I try and hit pan on this, I'm gonna regret it. Like, regret. But do I want to? Oh my gosh, how deep do we think the pan is? I feel like it's gonna be deep. Should I try and hit pan on it? Should we just do that? Yes, I feel like I should. I feel like this is like my opportunity to like hit pan, and if I don't within this product, then I just won't circle back to it. Ugh, I feel like I'm gonna regret this, but I cannot. You guys are like, why are you acting so crazy, Steph? Like, just pick. Okay, my goal is going to be to hit pan on this. I feel like I have a small dip in the center, so we'll see how this goes. And then if it's not going well, we always have that refresh at the end of June in a few months. Okay, we're going with it. My goal is to hit pan on this. Yep, we're gonna do it. Because the more bronzers I hit pan on, the more I can buy. If you guys have not been following my makeup rehab series, I talk more about that there. But that is gonna wrap it up for today's video, my updated whole collection project pan. I hope that you guys enjoyed. I would love to know if you've recently hit pan on anything, or if you are doing this project, whether it be on Instagram, YouTube, or just doing it from the comfort of your own home. Let me know how it's going. Other than that, thank you so much for sticking around to watch today's video and for supporting my channel, as you guys always do. I love you guys so much, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye.